Seth has about 2 acres here, and it's a natural swamp, so that's really perfect habitat for a tiger. But it's a shame that he has to be in a cage. We absolutely do not believe that these guys belong in cages, and are working on a federal bill to ban the private possession of them. See if I can get you a better view here of his face. A lot of people ask if Seth is a Bengal tiger or Siberian tiger. And actually, all of the tigers that are in private possession are crossbreeds between Bengal and Siberian. There aren't any purebred tigers in private collections. And that's why none of them should be bred, because they don't serve any kind of conservation value if they're not purebred. You're just so funny. What a funny tiger you are. Are you catching it? Are you catching that? Oh my goodness. Catch that water. It's so good. Oh. It's 84 degrees here in Tampa, and we have been suffering from a year-long drought that is just killing us. It's killing the grass, as you can see. So I'm sure the grass is every bit as happy as the tiger is to be getting this bath. Manuela and the other 39 people who just shared this, thank you so much. I see there's 4,700 people watching right now, and I really appreciate all those hearts and likes. And a huge shout out to the Dodo for making it possible for us to share Seth with you. Do you remember how old Seth is?
Isn't he like 10 or 11? Wasn't he one of the younger ones?
Yeah, I think he's only 10 or 11. And when I say only 10 or 11, usually these guys only live to be 10 or 12 years old in most other facilities and in the wild. But here at Big Cat Rescue, they get such great care and such great food that they often live into their late teens and early 20s. So what Gail just threw to him, and that's Gail, she's our operations manager. She just threw him a Bloodsicle. And what that is every day we feed 500 pounds of raw meat to these big guys. There's 73 cats here and 1 genet. And of that 500 pounds of meat, they drain the blood off of it and turn it into popsicles for the cats. So a lot of our cats are elderly and they need to get a lot of extra fluids in their diet, and this is a great way to do that.
It is diluted with water.
I don't know if you could hear Gail, but she just said that they also dilute it with water, so that gives it more of a fluid content. Do you like crunching yours?
Apparently.
Some cats will lick it all the way down. Other cats want to bite to that juicy middle, just like the Tootsie Roll commercial. Was it Tootsie Roll or Lollipop? Who was it with that commercial?
Tootsie Roll. It's how many licks to get to this Tootsie Roll center.
You know the whole song, huh? And he has a lake back behind him there. You can't see it from where we are, but if you were to go all the way back through the woods, he can go down into what we call Tiger Lake. It's an 18-acre lake here at the sanctuary, and several of our cats have access to that lake so that they can swim, or they have pools that are recirculated from that lake. Actually, most of our tigers have pools that are recirculated from the lake so that they can get in there and cool off. But in his case, he can actually go out swimming over his head. And today is Thursday, and Thursday is the day when we shift all of our cats to and from vacation. The vacation rotation area is 2.5 acres, and all of the lions and tigers get, well, almost all of the lions and tigers get a 2-week vacation out there. And right now, Joseph Lion is on vacation, but he's coming off vacation. It's going to take us a while. He usually takes a day or two to decide that he's coming off of vacation, but as soon as he does, we have a great surprise for everybody as to who's going on vacation next. So I'm not going to blow it yet, but you'll want to be staying tuned to our live feeds to be able to see that. Could you turn your face around here, Seth? Lori, I know it looks inviting to go up there and cuddle with him, but we don't touch the cats here. And the reason for that is that we don't believe they belong in cages, and we certainly don't want to do anything that would promote captive breeding of these animals. And usually they're only bred for the purpose of people paying to have their pictures made with a cub. And then as soon as those cubs are 12 weeks old, they're too big to be used, and they end up in horrible situations. So we don't touch the cats here. We never touch the cats here unless they're like sedated for a medical purpose or something. And it's dangerous. Their teeth are like hot knives through butter on our skin, and they can tear off an arm without even trying. See if I can zoom in a little bit tighter on his face there, since I'm not at a very good angle here. Sheila, it's a big part of what our volunteers do here. We don't pay anybody to work with the big cats. All of our animal care is done by volunteers. And so every day, starting around 7:30 in the morning, they come out, they clean the cages, they feed the cats, they change the water bowls, and they give them enrichment, like these sickles. The cats get some form of enrichment every day. And they do all of that because they love the animals so much. Carla, this is Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. Well, Julie, thank you so much. It is very rewarding to take these cats from horrible situations. Facility where he came from, they had 5 and 6 tigers crammed to these small barren cages that were, I don't know, maybe 15 by 15, little chain link enclosures. Lots of cats there had died from being exposed to the elements. It was in Colorado, so it got very cold. There were cats that were reported to have frozen to death because they didn't have enough den space to get in out of the cold. There were frequently cubs that died. The cats would fight with each other because they're solitary by nature. They don't want to share space, and having them all crammed into a tiny cage so that they could breed more cubs was not conducive to their good health. So for him to have all of this space now, I'll see if I can swing around so you can kind of get a feel for the size of his cage. It's a huge improvement over where he was. And then it goes way back through the woods there. But still, it's a cage. And so what I'm hoping everybody watching will do is, if you're a U.S. citizen, please contact your representative and ask them to support or co-sponsor the Big Cat Public Safety Act. That's H.R. 1818, and that will ban the private possession of these cats so that they're not bred for life in prison. If you guys would do that for us today, that would be so awesome. I would really, really, really appreciate that. Well, since we're on the back of his face and I can't get you any better view than this, I think I'm going to go ahead and close this down. Actually, somebody just said, how can we shut down those facilities permanently? And the only way that we're going to be able to do that is through laws that make it illegal for people to have them in the first place. Right now, there's no law against what they were doing. They weren't shut down by the government. We agree, they absolutely do not belong in cages. These are such amazing animals, and in the wild they would have 400 square miles of territory. So for them to be confined even to a 2-acre cage is just sad beyond belief. But they can't go back to the wild, and because one, they're not native to Florida. They'd have to go to India, and he can't be released in India because he's not really purebred Indian. He's part Russian and Indian, and he was born in Colorado. Where was he born? I think he was born in South Carolina and then went to Colorado. So he's not native to the places where he belongs. Oh, now he's getting his Bloodsicle and a shower. Oh, is that so much better? Yes, it is. That is so much better. One, I'm thinking he's 10 or 11 years old. If you go to bigcatrescue.org/Seth, Seth is his name, it'll have his bio and his rescue videos and all kinds of information about him. Are you done, Seth? Oh, she says you missed some. Man, I'd like to go stand in that shower. I am hot, hot, hot. Did you find it? He's not finding it. Cats pee on things they want to mark as theirs, and it's not really smart to pee on your food just to keep other cats from getting it, but that's what he's doing. Alright, this time I'm really going to go for sure. But thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. I really, really appreciate the time here with you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.